Knits, episode 13. Thanks for joining me. My first project that I'm going to talk about was in my Fox bag by Lois, Knitting's My Bag. And I have made some progress on my sock yarn blanket. This is the knit sock yarn blanket. And it's a mini skein blanket. And the pattern I'm using is by Martine Ellis. And it's Knitted Patchwork Recipe. Maybe I'll show you the front of it. This is what it looks like. That's what I'm using. And I'm doing, my squares are 22 by 22. So maybe I'll show you on one of these other squares. So 22 by 22, and then you decrease. And the squares that I finished this week are this square, and this square, this square, and this square, and then this one's partially done. And these two, this one and the green one, are toe footsies, leftovers. And then this one, I think that I did a pair of fingerless mitts out of that one, but I think I gifted it away, so because I couldn't find them. So I think that I made a gift for someone at Christmas. Not this last Christmas, but before that. And then this one, I'm not sure what this one is. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not quite sure. And then this one came from Nancy in New Zealand. And this was, she said it was New Zealand wool, and it was Stray Cats yarn. So, yeah, it's pretty. And I'll show you more of what I swapped with Nancy later on in the podcast. But so those are the ones that I finished this week, or since the last time you saw me. Not this week. But yeah, those are the ones that I finished. And then this is how big it is so far. It's kind of a slow going project, but I like it. It's a nice way to sample different yarns. So, and I was using a 8-inch needle for that. I'm using, just so that you know, it's a little easier for the 8-inch. So I'm using 8-inch Knitter's Pride Carbons, and that was size 2, 2.75, just like a sock size weight needle that I would use. So, all right. And then the next project that I have on the needles is in my another bag by Lois. It's in my gnome bag. So that tells you when I started this project. In the winter. So it's still on the needles. And this one is a project that is Desert Vista Dye Works. So there's the yarn. And it is, you know what, I have this little booklet where I keep some of my notes. It's, ooh, this one is Somebody Loves the Two Knitlet Chicks. And it looks like I started it around Easter, or just before Easter, because I put Easter stickers all over it. And it's 64 stitches on DPNs. 5-inch knit picks are what I used. The Caspian wood. And I have the first one done, or it doesn't have the heel in it yet, but the first sock, and then there's where the afterthought will go. And then the second one, I'm pretty close. I thought I might get this one done by the podcast, but I did not. And this is my second one. So I have, actually, there we go. Both of them. And actually, it looks like I'm almost ready for the toe decrease. Almost. See? About this much more. So hopefully I'll have these done by next week, or next time I podcast, but we'll see. So there you go. And the next project I wanted to show you that I've worked on is, oh, it has 2 projects in that bag. It's this flower bag by Lois, Knitting's My Bag. And this one has the Floromania color. This one. And And I made some progress on this one. I think I just had the cuff done last time. So here it is. Here's what it looks like. I thought that was kind of interesting the way that it's striped. You know, there it is. So it does kind of show in that little picture of that sock what it's going to do, potentially. So, and then this is my afterthought heel right there that I haven't put in yet. I'm using two 2.75, the flip sticks, and I still like them. It is nice to have one pointy side if I decide I need it, you know, and I can just flip it over and use it. I'm doing 64 stitches, and then I'm just doing my standard vanilla sock with a 2x2 rib. I think that, yeah, I'm doing 2x2 rib on that. Knit 2, purl 2. Okay, and then the next project that's in that bag is this opal sparkly yarn. And this one is Opal Sweet and Spicy, color 1340. And I have it on my Knit Pro Zings. And I really like these Knit Pro Zings needles. They're kind of nice to work with. You do have to get them from overseas, but so you do have to pay shipping. But if you get a few pairs, it's not too bad. So I'm on my second sock. There we go. And, oh, there we go. So that pink line in there is my afterthought. I just finished putting in my afterthought right here. And the yellow is my afterthought over here. So, and then I'll take that waste yarn out and I'll put the heel in there. So, and this one is the one that I was kind of curious about how it feels, because it has the stellina in it, how it feels when you're wearing it. So hopefully it feels a little rough, but hopefully it softens up a little or once I wash it. But I really like the colors. It's cool. Okay, so that is what I had in that bag. Let me put them away. And then in the next bag I have is this bicycle bag. And it doesn't have a tag on it, so I'm not really sure who I got it from. No tag. But it's really cute. It has the polka dot bottom. And then it's lined with some kind of dots. So, and then this one I'm working on another opal yarn. And then this one's a Sweet and Spicy, color number 1340. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry, 1106. That was the last sock yarn I told you about. 1106 colorway Thelma. It says Thelma on the back. So I think that that's right there. I think that that's the colorway. Yep, and this one I'm using my Knitter's Pride Carbons. And I'm on my first sock on this set. Oops. There we go. And there's my waist yarn right there, that white. And these are size 2, 2.75. And I like this yarn. This one's softer, and you can tell because it doesn't have the stellina in it. It'll be a little softer to wear, I think. And this one is a standard vanilla sock, 64 stitches for myself, and 2x2 rib. Yep. Okay, and then let's see. Oh, the next thing that I have, there's a fly kind of going around. I tried to get him out of the room, but I couldn't. So he's here with us, hanging out. So my next thing is some yarn that I was winding to start new projects, new socks. And I didn't start all of them yet, but I started one pair. But I thought I would just show it to you. This bag has like little woodland animals on it. I don't know if you can see them. Yep. And the interesting thing about this bag was when I got it, it's called Studio in the Green is the maker of the bag. So there it is. And inside of it, it has the lining is all polka dot. And then she has some snaps. I think that this is so that you can carry yarn and not get it tangled, like have two different kinds of yarn in it, because there is a divider in the middle of the bag. I don't know if I can show you that. It's kind of a ton of stuff in this bag because it has 3 balls of yarn and everything else. So yeah, there's a divider. It has a zipper across the top, so you could put your notions in there and then zip it shut. But it's mainly for if you wanted to have one color yarn here, one color yarn here, and then you kind of fed it up through these little snapped things so that the yarn didn't get tangled with each other. So that is a good idea for some kind of a 2-color yarn project. But this, I just have 3 balls of yarn. I'm just making socks. So the first one is... oh, I'm going to change the page on my notes. So the first one is, I haven't started on this one yet. This one is, but I wound it because I am going to start on it. And I put it in my bag with some needles. This one is O. Clark by Desert Vista Dye Works. And it kind of is a little bit, I mean, it's for Christmas, but it kind of is 4th of July-y. So I thought, oh, I'll start on that. Just so I have something kind of red, white, and blue. So, and then the next one that I am working on is this, or that I'm going to work on, that I have the needles in the bag, is Opal Sweet and Spicy 3. And I had pulled this out. And this one is color number 1390. And then this is the name. I do not know what that says, but it's in German. So, and I won't attempt it, but it's some sort of candy. So, yeah, and so I thought that would be cool. And that kind of shows a picture of what it's going to look like right there. So I thought, oh, I'd like to start on those also. So I have both of those in there. And then I have a third set, which is from Hedgehog Fibers. And this set I did start, but it's just started, so... And I used my another pair of Knit Pro Zings that I have, 2.75. And let me see. See this Hedgehog Fibers sock yarn, and the colorway is Sangria. So I don't know. Yeah. And I just thought this was so cute. I've never knit with Hedgehog Fibers, and I wondered what it would knit up like. Everyone says it's so nice to knit with. So I thought, oh, I want to wind mine up and start. And let me just see. I have only knit a few rows on it, so a few rows of the ribbing. So it's not very far along. But it is, I do like the way the colors are knitting up. So there you go. It's cute. Oops, the needle's in the way. There's really not much to show on this one, but it is, I can't wait to see what it looks like when I start knitting up. Maybe later tonight I'll knit up after I eat supper. And I also was just going to say, you know, this is my little notions bag that I keep. I keep all these different notions bags in my knitting bags. And well, this particular one has different kinds of little danglies on it and the birdhouse and everything. And I just wanted to say this one notion that I really like, and I feel like I like to have this notion with me whenever I'm knitting my socks. And it's this little, I got this at, gosh, I'm trying to remember. It was a yarn show, a big one. In California. I flew out there. I can't remember what it's called. Everyone, you know, I know you know what it is. Stitches West, that's what it's called. And when I got my first one, and it shows the Kitchener stitch on it, and this is how I do my Kitchener stitch. Every time I just pull this out and I remind myself how I do it. I don't have it memorized yet. And I just thought this is so handy. I just thought I'd share that with you. And on the other side, it has the anatomy of the sock. I don't refer to that too often, but. And the other nice thing is that it has a needle, like, stuck in there, so you can do your Kitchener with it. So you kind of have everything you need there. You just, you know, you would need to have like a little pair of scissors or whatever. Like I think I have I have a chibi in here with another needle in it, and then I have these little, this one's a cat scissors, a little baby. And that's really all you need. I mean, I have stitch markers in my little bag too. This little thing of stitch markers, which it had candy in it at one time, but it's full of stitch markers. But I really like that, the Kitchener thing, so that you can memorize it. I mean, before, when I first started, I was just like going to YouTube and watching somebody do it, and it's just so much easier to have it all in writing, and then you can just refer to it whenever you like. So I thought I would share that with you. And then the next thing I was going to share with you is I did a mini skein swap with Nancy, and she lives in New Zealand, from the Grocery Girls. I think it was Grocery Girls and Legacy Knits were having a combined mini skein swap, and I did mine through the Grocery Girls, I believe. And Nancy sent me, she sent me 4 of these little guys, which are so cute. And they're mini skeins when they're wrapped on little old-fashioned clothespins. This is the one I used on my blanket already, so he's a little bit skinnier. But and these are the wool that she had from New Zealand. So, and they're the Stray Cats or something, I think is what it was called. Let me yeah, Stray Cats yarn. So that's the company, I guess, that produces it. So, and it's cute. I can't wait to try all of them to see what they look like. This kind of looks like a Christmas colorway a little. Okay, and then she also sent these 10 mini skeins. Let me see if I can take this off so you can see the colors. So she sent these, and that'll be exciting to try new yarn from New Zealand. All right, and then she also, and thank you, Nancy, I really like it. I love all the yarn and everything. And she also sent me some, some chocolates, and then 2 other little chocolates, which my family ate. And then, let's see, this one, I had this, one of these other ones that she had sent. She sent 2 of this brand. And Ritual Tea Company. This one is organic peppermint, but there was another one. It was like hibiscus. It was so delicious. And gosh, if you can find this tea, then you should get it, because it was very good. I really liked it. And then she sent 2 other kinds of tea to sample. And she also sent, this cute card from New Zealand. Yep. And she sent this, which this is you would hold your needles in here. So like you would put your, let's see, for example, and I hadn't used it yet. I just wanted to show it while it was still fresh. But you would put your work in here, and then you would snap it on either side. And it's like a needle protector so that your needles don't go through the sides of your bag, or they don't fall out of your project. So your project is like hanging out at the bottom of there. So that's kind of neat. I don't have one of these, and I saw some and then I priced them and they were kind of expensive. So I hadn't bought one for myself yet, but I just thought that's kind of neat. So I think I'll keep it on that project. So, and then the next thing, and thank you, Nancy, if you happen to catch this, I don't know, but if you did, thank you. And the next thing I was going to talk about was a few finished objects that I had. I don't have any socks this week, but I do have a few crocheted items that I made. And I made this little folded pot holder pattern, and I crocheted this out of cotton. And I looked online to see a pattern that was closest to this, and I found a free pattern by Michelle Gibbs. And this I was kind of trying to make like a little coaster was my goal. And what you do is you start on the back and you crochet a certain amount of whatever number you're trying to get. And then you kind of go around and around and around. And it makes like a big envelope and it kind of folds over and you crochet it shut at the front. And you can make pot holders like this, but I was just looking to make a coaster, you know, for like icy drinks or whatever. And I thought maybe if I laid it like this, it would be flat enough to set a drink on it. So, yep, I made that. And then I made this little flower coaster. I make a lot of these, and so they're kind of all over the house, and they're at my work, and my coworkers have them, and you know. I looked online to see, this is just something I know how to make in my head, and I feel like, I don't know if there's a pattern out there. I looked on Ravelry and I couldn't find one that was the way I make it. So it didn't look, none of them look like mine, but, so I just thought I would tell you, you know, how I do it. And so I did one, oh, the white is kind of, there we go, it's a little too bright. But it's just like a flower coaster, and it's crocheted. And then I made that one, because I just had one, enough for one, and those colors. And then I made 3 of these this week. Yep. And I just thought I like some new fresh ones for the season or whatever, so that I can put my mason jars with, you know, ice water or smoothies or whatever, you know, because I drink a lot of stuff like that. And the way I made it is I just chained 6, and then I joined it and made a little circle. And then I single crocheted in however many that it took to, or not single crochet, double crochet, however many it took to make it flat. So it was, I just kept going until it was flat, and then I attached, like attached the one to the one in the front. And then I chained like, you know, 2 up. And then what I do is I do a double crochet in each of the stitches. And then you do a double crochet and then 2 double crochets, a double crochet, 2 double crochets, a double crochet, 2 double crochets. And you do that, and that's how you make it lie flat. Is the first round is just however many it needs to lie flat. And the second round is you do 1 double crochet in one hole, and then 2 double crochets in the next hole, and then 1 double crochet, and then 2 double crochets, and you go around until you hit the end. And then you, you know, you attach them together. And then you like chain 2 up. And then the next go round, to make something lay flat, then it would be 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet, and then 2 double crochets in the next space. And then 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets, like that. So basically it's, you just do double crochets on this one. You do every other one as 2 double crochets. And then this one you do every third one as 2 double crochets. And if you just keep going like that, that's the whole premise of making something. And then this one, of course, would have 3 single crochets in 3 different spaces, and then 2 double crochets in one space, and then single, 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 and then 2 double crochets in that space. So, or you know what I mean, a double crochet, a double crochet, a double crochet, and then 2 double crochets, and then a double crochet, double crochet, double crochet, and 2 double crochets, like that. And so it just keeps going around to make it flat. So that could be like a bottom of a bag, or it could be a coaster, it could be a pot holder, it could be like a hot pad or a placemat or whatever it is. But, and then of course you would just keep going if you wanted to make it lie flat, you know, in that same kind of order where it would be 4, 2, 3, 4, and then 2 in the next hole. You know what I mean? So, and then what I did here was I just did double crochets, and however many it took to kind of fan it out, and then I single crocheted here, and then I did however many double crochets, and I did them all in one hole. So it kind of just made a little like ruffly edge. So, and I hope that's kind of clear, but I don't know. So I make these all the time, and I just kind of wing it, really. I mean, if you miss a stitch, it's not a big deal. But I kind of like them. So, and I just thought I'd show them to you. I kind of make new ones at every season. And at Christmas, I make some, and I put like candles on top of them or whatever, or the just little different things that I have on my mantle or something. So I thought I'd show you that. And then the last thing I was going to show is a scarf. While I was digging around in the yarn cabinet looking for those fingerless mitts that I thought I had, I pulled out this scarf, and I just thought it was funny. So, and I crocheted it, and it is toast. So, and I think it's by Twinkie Chan. I think. So, and I think that I saw somebody making this on their podcast, and I had to have it. And I think it was Nicole of Positively Knitting. So, yeah, she was making it. And I was like, oh, copycat, I got to do it. So, and it was a while ago, a couple of years ago, I think. But it is funny. And sometimes when I wear it, people make comments about it because the butter pats. It's so funny, and it's very long. I remember when I saw her making it, I had to go out and get the yarn to make it right away. So anyway, I just thought I'd share that project with you. Twinkie Chan, and I think it's just called Toast or something like that. So, and she's on Ravelry. She's all over the place. She makes all kinds of really cool scarves with different like food items. So, and that's everything for today. Thanks for joining me. See you next time. Bye.